Hello friends and welcome back to ReddX, your source for the freshest daily cringe content anywhere on the internet. Promise, swearsies, it's just a fact and it's totally science. Go ahead and look it up. Thank you so much. Today we're diving into r/am I the antagonist? Is what I guess I'm gonna have to call it because, you know, some things are happening on the YouTube and they probably ain't gonna like me saying that word none too much. So yeah. AITA is what this is. I don't know if I can even include it in the tags or what's gonna go on, but the title might be different if I got the video reviewed and it passed. Whatever, we got some people and we're gonna pass judgment on them, and it will probably hopefully provide some catharsis of some sort. I've got 3 different tales and we are gonna dig through the comment section just a little bit, you know, a little sneak peek to see what people thought, what the majority verdict is on these, and it should be interesting. People have been requesting this subreddit quite a little bit, so let's see how it goes. We are live streaming this on Twitch. If you'd like to come through and hang out, that'd be pretty cool. We'll get some additional plugs and disclaimers out of the way, and then we will dive right into some of this r/am I the antagonist, possibly cringe. Hey Reddit, AITA for making my 15-year-old daughter get a job to pay for our dog's vet bills. I mean, off the bat, see, this is what happens. They lure you in with something that says, surely OP is definitely a jerk for doing that. But then you read the story, get a little context, you're like, oh, that's shifted my whole perspective. So I'm not gonna judge immediately, I swear. I do love to make snap judgments, but this time I'm physically restraining myself. I have 3 daughters, Phoebe, 19, Allie, 18, and Janie, 15. Oh my God, dude. My heart goes out to you, honestly. We also have a 2-year-old Chihuahua wiener dog mix named Pebble. Oh, that's so cute. Surely if we mix the genetics of these mutated monstrosities, they'll become less mutated monstrosities, right? You don't want to go like Chihuahua until they disappear or Chiweenie until they're going around the block. Just mix them together. Totally nice, totally cool, totally normal, so they tell me. We were in the middle of a heat wave 2 weeks ago with temperatures hitting 107 Fahrenheit, of course. That's 41.67 Celsius if you're anywhere else but America. Small dogs are more sensitive to heat, so we don't let him go into the backyard for long periods of time, and the deck is off limits because there's no shade on the deck. I mean, maybe you get a nice awning, something like that. Does he want to be on the deck? Why are we shooing him off of it? He's just a puppy. He don't know the rules. Or maybe he does. Dog's smarter than I give it credit for. The problem is Pebble loves the deck. See, you need to buy an awning. He can watch the cars and people walking on the trail behind our house, and he could see our neighbor's chickens. He's just a little dog. He just wants to see what's out there in the world for him. Janie doesn't have first period and doesn't leave for school until 10 a few days a week. Both Allie and Phoebe leave between 9 and 9:30, so it's Janie's responsibility to make sure that Pebble is inside and the fans are on and that he has water. Is this an outside dog? It seems like a relatively tiny dog. Might get snatched up by a hawk or something. Maybe you start letting the dog live in the house. Let him go outside for a little poopy doop and then be like, okay, right back inside. You're done. 2 weeks ago, in the worst of the heat wave, Pebble was crying at the deck door. Janie got annoyed and let him go onto the deck, and then she left for school and forgot him on the deck. Poor little puppers, he went outside. You know, he didn't know that he wouldn't be able to get back inside. But I guess if Janie legitimately did forget, like, it's really hard to place the blame. Although it is your responsibility. At the end of the day, yeah, she does have to take responsibility for something that she forgot to do. A mistake? Yes, but people pay for their mistakes. Allie came home a few hours later and started looking for Pebble. She found him passed out on the deck and called me sobbing. I left work early, took him to the emergency vet, and they treated him for heat stroke. Good God, man. Especially like a tiny little dog like that, they were already super hot. You don't want to heat him up anymore. I wonder if there's a way to like open the deck so he can go underneath it and like hang out with raccoons or whatever. That might be the way to go. So Pebble had to stay at the vet for a few days, and Allie was just inconsolable while he was gone. She was constantly crying, she wouldn't eat or leave her room, and she had a panic attack every time the phone rang because she was terrified that it was the vet telling us that Pebble was gone. Well, I don't know, seems a little overly dramatic to me. You've only known the dog for 2 years. But I also get family pet, you know. I've only had my beagle for a few months, and I don't want nothing to happen to her either. That's why we don't entrust her care to literal children. Anyways, Pebble made a full recovery, but now we have an expensive vet bill, and Allie still has extreme anxiety around losing Pebble. Janie's upset because Allie hasn't spoken to her since she forgot about Pebble on the deck, and Phoebe rarely speaks to her and doesn't hang out with her anymore. Jesus. A lot of dissension in the ranks over puppy poo. Come on, man. Mistakes happen. Janie was upset about Pebble when he was at the vet, but now she's really nonchalant about what happened because he's fine. Yeah, she's 15. I mean, is old enough to understand action consequence. But when consequence is over, consequence is over. I don't think she's gonna dwell for that much longer. But yeah, once consequences are over, consequences are over. You remember what it was like to be a teenager? You didn't really have that much foresight or afterthought or anything like that. You're just kind of bumbling through life. At least that's how I remember it. My husband and I have been talking about what to do with Janie. We decided to make her get a job to pay for Pebble's vet expenses, close to $2,000 after insurance. Janie is very upset about that because she has to quit swim team to get a job and says, "We're ruining her life over a mistake." What I say early on might be a mistake, but guess what? People pay for the mistake. I kind of go to bat for both of them. I'm swapping back and forth, but at the end of the day, I'd say mom and dad are 100% in the right here. What did I say about her being nonchalant? That's because consequences are over. So don't let consequences be over. I guarantee you she won't forget about that damn dog on the deck. Now I'm starting to wonder if I'm actually the a-hole for making her quit swim team in order to get that job. No. Kids are the greatest manipulators in the world. Don't fall for that one. Once you pick a course of action, especially if you've told it to your children, you stuck to it. Never change your mind. That's basic, right? Refuse to be manipulated, please and thank you. Also, she can't get a job after swim season because soccer season starts right after swim season. Then after soccer season, she has softball season and then summer training camps. Okay, so it seems like she has a lot of other crap going on. It's not like swim team is her one and only passion. My sympathy is draining by the minute. Another deal that you could strike with her is, okay, if you go sit on the deck for most of the day in the sun, no shade, no water, no nothing, then I'll pay the $2,000 vet bill. And I'll also pay the $10,000 hospital bill for when you inevitably have heat stroke. No, that's definitely don't do that. But, you know, it's an option. Then Child Protective Services shows up and hey, one less thing to worry about. That's a joke, obviously. I don't think that the parents are the antagonists in any way, really. Within the first few paragraphs, I was like, okay, this could go either way. But coming up on the end of the post, yeah, she is an entitled little brat who doesn't realize or want to take responsibility for, okay, it was a mistake, but yeah, people need to pay for their mistakes. Something needs to happen. Consequences, so you will remember. So this will not happen the next time. Especially for a 15-year-old, right? She's striking out, she's trying to find her independence, but not too much independence, right? Mommy, daddy, keep me under your wing when I need it, But otherwise, I'm totally standing on my own and stop ruining my life. Stop crowding my style. Just absolutely ridiculous. It's time to get a job. It's time to pay for what you've done here. It's time for you to understand the consequences of your actions. Definitely not the antagonist. Let's see what some other people had to say. Top comment, we are ruining her life over a mistake. Yeah, a mistake that nearly killed a family member. Not the asshole. She knew the routine and knew better than to let the dog out onto the deck in the first place. Doesn't matter how annoying he was. You don't gamble your dog's safety for some peace. Thank you for the awards. Regardless of what some may say, dogs are family. I do agree dogs are family. Lowest rung of the family, but they are part of the family. I feed them, I house them. What else do you want from me? But yeah, one thing that you need to learn is that you are in charge of that animal. I'm not gonna let the dog tell me that it wants to go out on the deck when I'm about to leave for school, because I know my brain and I know I'm probably gonna forget you out there. And even if you are the lowest rung of the family, I still care about you. I still want to keep you healthy. Please stay in the house. Thank you so much. And I know people might get up in arms. They're like, lowest rung? ReddX, how dare you? And at that, I say, I mean, they're the members of the family that you eat in an emergency situation, okay? They're the first ones to go. Maybe that'll put it in a little bit of perspective for you. We love our animals, but hey, if it's you or me, I'm picking me every freaking time. They would do the same to you, all right? If I'm dead, my dog's gonna eat me. If it's hungry enough, I'm pretty sure. Let's check out one more comment from Leanne M. Anderson. I gave it a lot of thought, read your responses to others, and here's my judgment. Everybody sucks here, and here's why. Oh, snap. Oh, snap! You coming after everybody in the thread? I love to see it. That's what I do. Big brain time. Janie was clearly upset over Pebble's time at the vet. No doubt she already feels guilty and was traumatized by her mistake. Her sisters are being super nasty about it, making things worse. And on top of that, you want to make her take an action that would adversely affect her academically. Yeah, but would it though? She got plenty of extracurriculars. She's fine. And yes, sports are a part of academics. Athletes are required to keep up a certain GPA at both high school and college levels. And without sports, many young athletes will actually give up on keeping their grades up. Oh, you give up on your grades because you didn't get to play this one sport? So now you don't get to play any of the sports. I'm not going to be held hostage by the threat of bad grades. This is your life. Your success is determined by your own actions, okay? Not like I'm gonna take responsibility for any of this. I mean, I guess I am responsible for the grades on some level, but at the end of the day, I don't negotiate with terrorists, all right? You do this for you. I can't live your life for you. You admit that two of her sports, soccer and softball, are potential scholarship material. Well, a job that keeps her from performing in sports for even one academic year can destroy those chances. Oh my God. What will we do without a college scholarship? It can even be what keeps her from being accepted if it comes down to a choice between her and someone who missed no time in their chosen sports. Time also matters for things like starting position, etc. I'm hearing a whole lot of like what ifs, hypotheticals getting thrown around here. Who is this child that had the exact same GPA and extracurriculars except that 1 year of swim team? Give it a rest, bro. She wants it to be everybody sucks here so hard, but it's not. It's really the kid's fault. I'm sticking to my guns. Anyways, further at 15, her job options and hours are super limited. It will 100% take her several months, especially since in most states, employees under 16 don't even have to get paid minimum wage. They can be paid less. Several months? How many hours is she working a week? 5? Come on, you gotta cram it in there. You want this to happen, right? You want to make up for the wrong that you did, right? It's ludicrous. I'm not buying into any of it. I don't know about where you live, but in my state, minimum wage is $10.30 an hour. At 15, Janie would not be allowed more than 3 hours a day during the school year and no more than 5 days per week. It's $150 a week before taxes. After taxes, it's about $130 a week. So that would take close to 4 months to pay the vet bill. Yeah, I guess that is several. Actually, no, it's not. Several is like 7. 4 is a few, okay? More than a couple. Just a few months. What do you want? You just let the kid carry on with her life and be like, well, you felt bad. I guess that's punishment enough. Forget it. And all that's even if your local minimum wage is at least that high. If it's the federal minimum wage, it'll take her more like 5 months minimum, which to me still sounds like a few. So you'd be taking months out of her life. Now that I'm done with that explanation, let's move on to Janie. She 100% knew what her responsibility was. She failed to follow through, and it resulted in Pebble almost dying. You almost lost a family member over her failure. See, this is much more concrete as far as I can tell. No hypotheticals about imaginary students and this and that and how much of her life she's gonna miss. No, actions have consequences. Deal with it. So assuming you've already paid off the bill, most vets won't do payment options, and most e-vets require payment up front, Janie needs to have a punishment that's appropriate so she learns from her mistake. So ground her. Yeah, that's much better, right? Does grounding still mean swim team? I guess it does. It's like, okay, it's school related, blah, blah, blah. But if you think kids learn anything from grounding in a age where you have like a supercomputer in your pocket, forget about it, bro. She's just gonna go upstairs and scroll Facebook for 12 hours. Nah. You're getting the job. 100%. No hanging out with friends. If she gets an allowance, don't give her allowance until the bill's paid off. If she wants it faster, she can do yard work, shovel snow come winter, run errands, babysit, etc. in her free time. And make her do the research again. And this time make sure she fully understands it. It's a reach, honestly, such a reach. I'm going with the concrete evidence and saying, just like I said at the beginning, not the antagonist. How do the parents possibly suck for wanting to teach consequences to their daughter? Do you have kids, Leanne M. Anderson? But I will let people form their own decisions. How about that? Let's move on to the next one. Am I the antagonist threatening to kick out my coworker / roommate for kissing my best friend? Yeah, it really sounds like a weird flex, but okay. You try to like insert yourself into this relationship that neither of them want you to be involved with. I mean, okay, snap judgment. Like I said, I can't tell from the title alone. Let's read a bit further and see how it goes. But already I'm getting super nice girl vibes. Around February, I, 23, let my coworker, Jaden, 25, and his daughter, Leah, 6, move in. We were coworkers and friends for 3 years, and he's always been so funny and smart and cute. Oh boy. You know where this is going already, don't you? You don't even need eyes to see where this is going. 2 sentences in, I'm like, okay, you gotta think for Jaden. Just say that. We became really close friends. Unfortunately, work decided they can't afford to keep everyone and have been making cuts. And Jaden was basically forced to quit. Nah, I ain't quitting, you fire me. I'm getting that unemployment check. I know he was really worried about his rent and everything, and my roommate was leaving, so I offered for him to stay with me, and we worked out an agreement. Ooh, an agreement. We decided that while he's still looking for a job, he would deal with all the chores and errands and housework, and it's honestly been amazing having him live with me. He is such a great cook. Hell yeah, live-in maid / chef? Okay. Does he even have time to like go look for a job between keeping the household running? And Leah has actually been really well behaved and sweet. He's helped me out a lot, and I really enjoy being able to spend all this time with him. I'm sure you do. He's found some part-time work, but nothing that pays enough for him to live alone, so we've mostly kept our agreement, with me doing more and him helping pay a little bit. All right, well, as long as you guys are happy with that, I guess. My friends have come over quite a few times, and obviously they've met him. Last weekend, I had a bunch of my friends stay over. I thought it went great, but the next day, Leah told me she saw Jaden kiss my best friend. Man, kids are always little blabbermouths, ain't they? They can't keep nothing inside. Why you care anyways, OP? You're not involved in this. I was really upset, and Jaden and I ended up arguing about it. I told him how betrayed I felt. He tried to say it was fine, that apparently the kiss, quote, wasn't intentional. Bro, Jaden full of crap too. And that he didn't say anything to me because they, quote, didn't know what it meant. But it's still so wrong. I'm doing so much only for him to do this to me. What? You guys had the arrangement. He's like doing housework and all this stuff. I thought it was going well. If you really wanted to keep him all to yourself, why you shove a bunch of ladies in the apartment, right? Why didn't you put a ring on? At least ask him out. Be like, hey, so what are we? You know, we're roommates, but maybe we could be something more? I don't know how you handle it, but sitting there and seething about the situation definitely ain't the way. You're not fixing anything. If anything, you're driving him further away, which from what I'm reading is the opposite of what you want. I got upset and told him that he'll have to leave if he just wants to take advantage of my kindness. You are delusional. Okay, have fun cooking your own meals. I'm out. You're putting like a 6-year-old kid on the street right now. She's out of her mind. I can't play with this. I told him that I don't want to live with someone who betrays me like that. He was offended and just tried to act like it was no big deal and I was being crazy. Yeah, why would he try to act like you're being crazy? Huh? Maybe because you're being crazy. Oh boy! I don't know how to fix this. You can't fix this. He thinks I have no right to say anything about his love life, even though it's my best friend, and I'm doing so much for him. Yeah, that's like the one trump card that you have. When really, it's not even like he's a slouch around the house. He's making you dinner and all this stuff, and you're like, I'm doing everything. No, you're not. Our talk didn't really work, but I did talk to my best friend, and she agreed to back off. Oh, you are toxic. Not just the antagonist, but just like a toxic human being. What the hell? You don't offer somebody a place just so you can like later on hold it over their heads, okay? We clear on that? The last few days have been horrible, and he doesn't think he's done anything wrong. What am I supposed to do? Just self-flagellate until I die of blood loss? Would that be enough for you? Would that make it up in your book? Can I then stay as you do so much for me while I act like your little house elf doing all the laundry and the cooking and the chores? You're ridiculous. I tried to talk again, but now he refuses to and has been really cold and told me that he'll move out as soon as he can. Yeah. Why can you not see that you're the one that broke all of this? And your ego's just so big, you're gonna inflate it even further to protect yourself from this disaster. What the hell? I don't think I've done anything wrong. It's his own fault. I want to work this out, but he shouldn't be going around kissing my friends. He's not your boyfriend. If he's your boyfriend, legitimate complaint. If he's your roommate, I don't know what to tell you. You should have asked about or something. The fighting has really upset Leah, and obviously Jaden thinks I'm an a-hole, even if he's being selfish. Just like casting a 6-year-old's feelings aside. Yes, she has to live in a toxic environment because this guy that isn't my boyfriend kissed somebody who I work with. Like, are you for real right now? And unfortunately, she is. Edit. I'm not jealous. Yeah. That's the quickest way. Everybody in the comments sees it for what it is, but she's like, no, no. This isn't about that. I'm not in love with him or anything. I'd know if I was. This is just about him betraying me. About him going behind my back. Whatever you gotta tell yourself. Clearly everyone's the type to just hook up without caring about anyone else. Yeah, not you, OP. You're totally not like other girls. There's way too many people to respond to now. Like I said, it's not about jealousy. I'm not in love with Jaden. It's just rude and ungrateful to sneak around and do what he did. Holy crap, where do you even start with something like this? Why is she so possessive of him? Just because he lives in her house? You described the system. It doesn't feel like you're going above and beyond. There's an exchange there. The exchange, I assume everybody was okay with until he started kissing this other girl. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, he's just so disrespectful and I do so much and he does nothing. He's useless. Get him out. Wow, dude. Honestly, I think sneaking is a reach. There's a reason he didn't tell you about it, because guess what? He doesn't have to tell you about it. You aren't his girlfriend. You aren't his mom. You're nobody. You're a roommate. Oh, she's off her rocker, man. There's no fixing this. Let's check out the comments. How about that? Info, are you guys in a relationship? They're not. Oh, wow. You are the antagonist. Jesus. You are possessive of someone that you aren't even with. Blows your mind, doesn't it? OP, quote, wouldn't say no to a relationship, but also, quote, isn't in love or anything. Honestly, the only betrayal I see here is self-betrayal in the form of denial. Wow, she's just getting blown up by the comments. She did comment here for a little while, but of course she deleted her own post because, yeah, she got she got waffle stomped by absolutely everybody. A deleted user says, yeah, indeed, this is borderline abuse. Sorry, OP, but you are so the a-hole. And I hope the heck that poor man and his daughter find a way to not be dependent on you so they can be happy. You did not own these people. You can't force Jaden to love you because you are, quote, nice. You are the antagonist. You are the a-hole. And I think that comment nailed it down better than I ever could. Are you kidding me? There's not a goddamn nice thing about her. She is insane. I love this comment. So OP, how long have you fancied Jaden for then? Did you not read the updates? She definitely, totally, absolutely, 100% doesn't fancy Jaden. He betrayed her. And sarcasm. But no, really, this whole story is as wild as it is freaking nuts. I mean, people in denial are not rare on this sub, but I think OP has now set the gold standard with, I'm not jealous. Can we not start a not just a river in Egypt award? Yeah, denial is deep, bro. We definitely need that as an award in here. So much denial in the OP that I'm not even sure where to start. He's so cute and funny and she loves it that he's there. And his wee girl is an angel and he's an amazing cook. And no, wait, she's totally not jealous or in love with him, okay? Yeah, I've been there before. You have? I don't think I've ever crawled off the deep end this quick for anybody. You wanna know why? Because I come correct. If I wanna date you, I'm gonna come out of the gate and say, hey, I'd like to date you. You don't wanna date me? That's fine, I'm moving on. If I wanna be friends, I'll tell you, we could be friends. But being friends explicitly means I don't wanna date you. It's not that hard. Sometimes the world is black and white, isn't it? But Purple Hedgehog had a crush on a pal who then moved in after he was made homeless. And you know what I did? I dealt with it myself. Owned my feelings, didn't try to blame him for then. Now, had he snogged the face off my best pal, I'd have not even thought once about threatening to chuck him out because he is allowed to see or kiss or date whoever he damn well pleases. The sooner OP admits to herself that she invited him hoping that he would go, "Oh wow, I just realized how amazing we are together. I love you so much," and process her own feelings based on that truth, the better it'll be for everybody involved. But clearly she's not ready to have that conversation. She's not ready to look in the mirror that hard. Reddit definitely gave her a huge reality check here, and you'll love to see that. But was it enough? Sadly, I don't think so. This is wild. Absolutely wild. It could be that OP is in love with the best friend and Jaden is just getting blamed for it because now he's a block between the best friend and OP. But definitely OP's in love with somebody in this story. Normal people don't act like this. And trust me, I know normal people. When I'm telling you something's abnormal, then you know it's really abnormal. Good God, there's a lot to unpack here. I don't know if I have the time necessarily, so we're just gonna end it here. I do hope that you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, I hope that you like, comment, and or subscribe. You know, all of them things. Maybe share it around. I'd appreciate that so very much. We got links in the description, plugs, playlist, podcast, Spotify, iTunes, etc. Teespring if you're trying to rock the merch. We did live stream this whole thing on Twitch, but I also got a Twitter and a Discord and a Facebook. And I'd also like to thank my gorgeous, wonderful, beautiful, generous Patreon patrons and YouTube channel members, as I do every video, very much. So thank you too. Starting with channel members: Tiny Void, Angel Dark, Bedazzled Misery, Skylar Rain, The Fez Waver, That One Gay Cop, Valley Eyed Crane, She's a Rosie Rainbow, Slow Spooner, Jerry, Sean Cantwell, Heaven Sent, Robert Thibodeau, Jackie McQuitty, Grimstride, Train Boy, AJ Collins, Tooth Blushing, Corey Arts, Kelly Clark, Lickalish Loser, Florentic Waver, Dungeon Bat, Billy D, Robert Waits, Brandon Ashcroft, Phantom Danica, Orgamy Steve, Skylar May Morningstar, The Gypsy Barber, Fire Drake, Samantha, Dex Flagship, Bearded Snake, Buy Two, Get One Hand. On the Patreon side, we got Miss Black, Harley Hohen, Robert Waits, Camille Sarah, Chance with Blue Kraken, Roxanne Wilson, Jerry Vixie, Conrad Ingy, Fluxer, the Captain of Industries, I don't got friends, I got tendies. Captain Cloud Jerry, Ellipses, Aaron Jerry, Deku, Esteban, Orgamy Steve, Beat Down with the Bag of Bombs from Downtown, Jerry, Peg for Forgiveness, Santa Jerry, Silent Revolver, PCB, The Original Jerry, Jerry, Tick Jerry, 211 Jerry, The Two Jerrys, Destiny Piper, Jerry, Kitsune, Salty Wizard, A Very Tired Jerry, yeah, I feel it, a Justin Dargonia Jerry, and Frankenberry, ain't that a hot bitch though, Assassin Pug Jerry, Bang Bang, Baby Jerry, Goo-Ga-Ga, Baby Joe, Peanut Jerry, Benji and the Jets, Billy D, Midge Gremlin, Blade the Hero, Bronze Kraken, Commander J Tank, Dr. Larks, Aaron Era, Erratic Mechanic, E-Sparks, Frozen Never Studio, Fire Drake, Gizmo Jack, Hadrian BR, Inquisitor Jerry, Irish Pirate, Lust the Blue, Marmalade, Mutiny, oh, we can get it back for you, bro, Iron Olive, Radiant Jam, JM Coon, Jerry Smith, Jerry Blacktail, Jerry Llama, the Trucker, Hong Kong, Jerry, I'm begging of you, please don't take my bread. It's so delicious. Crewhee, Kelly Kraken Lady, Italian Greyhound Dino, Lady in Awakening, Lauren Crow, Legitimate Girth, Lord Jerry O, leader of the Thunder Jerrys, Luke Mix was a race car driver, he was a good friend of mine, he never did win that checkered flag, but I helped him drink his wine. I actually listened to that song. You're welcome. Like and subscribe. But Lady Nix, Meldar the Destroyer, Metafecta. I'm here because my cringe senses are tingling. Yeah, this was a good episode for that, wasn't it? Needless King 89, Paragon Soul, Phantom of the Pines, Jerrykins and Jerry Beth, Queens, Quaaludes and Quagmires, Ramtide, Lackermates, Rose, Jerry Miller, Sarita the Lolita, Scarlet's Kevin, Sergeant Gay Cop, Reader of the Law, Silo Imp, Steampunk Ellie, Stephanie Gunner, Side Active Boomstick, Brilliant Tomago, the Gypsy Barber, the Lilith Sue, what you Fusky? This isn't even my final beard. That's true, we got many to go. Trying to find another mom to get back to the real world. Vanguard, Angel, VC3, Viking Jerry, Wikitech, Zephyr the Gargoyle, or Clay, Void Set Collector of Cringe, Comrade Moody, Kira, not another Jerry, but he is though, Cage Alex, Redwind, Bad Penny Lane, Nog Viper, Saint Blessing, Third Stuff, Venom Jerry, we are Venom Jerry, Jace Christensen, Arnold Voice, even the weebs, we can CDL train it. Yeah, we can try at least. One Leg Jerry has returned from battle. A normal Jerry, alright, I'll bring you Doritos, but I count on your expertise if they attract beards, which they definitely will. Admiral T-Tank, Emmer Alder, another stupid hipster, Atomic Jerry Zilla, Bartender Kelia, Big Dad Wolf, Broken Spine Horseradish, the original different Jerry, Cake Jerry, California Jerry Girl, Chevron 7 Lock, Chikara the Panda, Corey does commissions now. Hey, Crypt Titty, Stefan Jerry, Defter Tuna, Dilf Jerry, Dwarfy Dude, Dwarven Ramses, half the calories, all the hate. Get to at the Doodles, again, commissions open. Jerry Boo's daughter, Ghost of Alpha Greymon 365, half Slavic Jerry in a tracksuit. He cannot. Hydra Jerry Solomon, Janitor Jerry, roaming the streets of Finland, hunting down Naruto headband. Jeffy, Geralt of Arivia, Jerry, but with 2 S's and an E, that's Jesse. Jerry Springer, the results are in. You are not the neckbeard. All right. Jerry the Sussy Baka, Jerry's mom has got it going on. Look at that mustache on Jerry Aldo Rivera, Jerry Rockstars, Jerry Role-Playing Game, Kid Marvelous, Kids Again, Lucia Lovecraft, Machia CD. Maybe next time, Milk Fit, Miss Duchess, Mr. Gasmask, Not Invisible Angel, Raptor, Seldom Dark, Skylar May Morningstar again. Wow. Snary, that's Snob Jerry if you didn't know. Spoonie the Rogue, Spoopy Scary Jerry Ton is relevant all year round. We're almost in October again. God, it really does go around, doesn't it? Too fast. Techno Dubs, the original Jerry, they call him Jerry Two Knives, Jerry Pie, Titus Trucker Dunker. What? To Infinite Jerry and beyond. Tokyo Bird, Unkale, Vaughn, throws 2 liter Mountain Dew, grow my neckbeard, grow. It's Jerry time, holds ReddX Warfare. Hygiene, it's Jerry time, holds ReddX Warfare. Humility, and thank you of course to my $1 patrons as well. Bless up to all the Jerrys and not Jerrys alike. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. If you can afford to support alongside these people monetarily, that's huge. If you can't, don't sweat it too hard, friends. I just appreciate you coming on through, hanging out with me, and I hope that you'll come on back and hang out with me again tomorrow. In order to do so, you need to keep yourself safe out there. Wash your hands, but also take some time out and do something that you personally enjoy today. Maybe like watching some more ReddX videos. Okay? Cool. Always remember, friends, that you are loved, you are worthy, and you definitely deserve it. I shall see you in the next one, and until then, bye-bye.